David Smith of the Jersey Shore Basketball League, joined alongside Alec Crowdhamel. And Alec, we are in for a treat tonight. We've got Stearns Trailer, as we know, always one of the powerhouses of this league, going up against an ACI Robins Nest team that typically not great, but they have a big name suiting up for them tonight, and that's Miles Powell.
Absolutely, Miles Powell. The accolades and the numbers, they speak for himself. His senior year, Big East scoring leader, Big East player of the year, top shooting guard in the entire country, ranks in the top 15 all-time in career scoring in the Big East. One of the most electrifying guards that the Big East has seen in recent memory, at the very least, the way he was able to just put points on the boards. You remember so many battles in the Garden with Villanova in his time. There's not much more you can say about Miles Powell. The numbers speak for themselves, but yeah, we are in the presence of a huge figure in the Garden State tonight.
There is nobody that personifies the state of New Jersey better than Miles Powell. Toughness, grit, and heart. And then you mix that with his leadership and IQ of the game, with his ability to score, like you said, forget about it.
Absolutely. I mean, he was able to really make a huge career for himself at Seton Hall, coming out of Trenton Catholic, also did a post-grad year up in the Northeast.
South Kent.
Yeah, South Kent up in Connecticut. I always forgot which one it was. But either way, one of the most electrifying players that we've seen in the Garden State. One of the best scorers that we've seen in college basketball in recent memory. I mean, his battles with Marcus Howard for the league title back in the late 2010s were always a blast to watch. It was a shame his senior year got cut short due to COVID. I think that Seton Hall team really could have gone far in the tournament. But now he's here. He's had a really solid pro career in China as well. And now he's here tonight. We should see a lot of fun basketball out there.
Still going to be an uphill battle for ACI. Would expect a lot of early and often doubles on Miles Powell. But we'll see. I mean, they've definitely got a shot. I mean, Powell is just as good as a scorer as Justin Robinson is. And Justin Robinson has gone for 50 on multiple occasions in this league.
Absolutely. It's going to be really interesting to see how they balance this, because this is an ACI Robins Nest team that really loves to share the ball and all that. So I'm sure they're going to be looking for Powell a lot, try to set him up. I think it's going to start with Sam Fagan, the point guard, the way he's able to set up a lot of different guys throughout the games as they go on. So should be in for a really good one tonight.
And we are going to take a short break, but that is our pregame show here between ACI Robins Nest and Stearns Trailer coming next. Welcome back to the action. David Smith and Alec Crowdhamel here for you for ACI Robins Nest versus Stearns Trailer. Stearns, obviously, on a normal night would typically be the heavy favorite, but tonight only 5 players, and ACI with probably the most accomplished player suited up out of anyone that we've seen in the JSBL in the past couple years, and Miles Powell wearing 44 in the back of your screen in black today. As that one is going to go out of bounds, and the possession will be to Stearns. You'll see an old Big East matchup today. Jalen Gaffney of UConn. Miles Powell of Seton Hall, of course. Gaffney finds Merlin. Merlin picks up his dribble. Looking for Weiner. Finds him. Drop step, a lot of contact, nothing called. Parker Dortch pulls up from the elbow, can't get it to go. Weiner, the tip-in, gets it to go. It's 2-0 Stearns early, and it'll be Powell running the guard position. Leaves it for Dwayne Jones. Jones finds Powell. Powell, pull up, gets it to go. And Powell into the coaches already. And he's fired up, yelling towards the stands after his first made shot. 2-2 early. Or excuse me, 3-2 Stearns. Ripped away, Powell in transition, leaves it back for Loyal. Loyal the finish, gets it to go. And now ACI out in front. Gaffney, high ball screen from Weiner. Great defense perimeter by Jones. That three from Merlin, long, rebounded by Weiner. That one intercepted by Kinsler, and the layup good from Jones. Seen a lot of new people suiting up here today for ACI. Merlin, jump hook, and a foul will be called. And it's one of the newcomers. It's Samir Kinsler, who we have not seen yet this year.
And so far in this game, we're really seeing a lot of running up and down the floor, which what you would expect from both these teams. And on that first possession, a really solid set play drawn up for Miles Powell, just getting him off the screen and curling around and hitting the shot.
Merlin hits the first of the pair. Looking to convert here.
Also like what I've seen from Evan Weiner so far. Usually coming off the bench, he's been put in the starting lineup because of the absences for Stearns Trailer, only 5 guys. So like what I've seen from him on the boards, he's got a lot of length.
It'll be Jones bringing it up for ACI. Looks like him and Powell will split the lead guard duties. Gets the high ball screen he likes. And passes it up top for Hardman, who gets it to go. Weiner crosses to the left, goes up with the right, gets it to go. Good finish by Evan Weiner. Powell pulls up from deep, short off the rim, rebounded by Kevin Mateo. Mateo pulls the three long, tipped by Merlin, hits off the foot of Parker Dortch, and that one will go out of bounds.
Yeah, Dortch almost came up here for that one.
Dortch looked angry, like he was called a mismatch right there.
None of us, I'm sure, would ever do
None of
something like
us,
that.
obviously. Jones. Powell drives, and they will call a foul. Believe that one will go on Gaffney, his first. Gaffney, another one of those very accomplished players playing in this league, played at UConn and then was also on that fantastic Final Four team at FAU. That three-pointer good in the corner by Ibn Loyal. And ACI extends their lead. We saw this last week, WCT against Seaview, and where Seaview only had 5 guys and WCT had a very deep bench, and WCT was able to run them out of the gym. Typically when we see Seaview, the much stronger roster, depth means everything in this league, Alec.
Yeah, absolutely. You need a guy, multiple guys that can come off the bench and at least be serviceable, be solid down low. We'll see if Stearns can handle that without anyone off the bench.
Dortch, 15-footer, can't get it to go. Rebounded to Samir Kinsler. He will pull up. He makes it from beyond the arc. And ACI threatening early. Mateo drives, and the foul is called. That one will go on Miles Powell. Or excuse me, that one will go on Samir Kinsler. 3 team fouls already for ACI.
Yeah, they definitely have the depth advantage tonight, but we'll see how they battle that. Also without Jarrett Kimbrough tonight, their best guy on the interior, but I like what I'm seeing from them in terms of shooting. I mean, a lot for ACI Robbins Nest, a lot of their ceiling is determined by how well they shoot the 3-ball. I mean, it's looked good so far tonight.
And you also have Gio Panzini, who's yet to come into this game, who's typically one of their better front court players. Might not be the biggest guy, but does get a lot of rebounds with his athleticism. It's Jones. Leaves it down low for Hardiman. Hardiman can't get it to go. Rebounded by Weiner. Here comes the big fella Merlin. He's going to pull it from deep. He gets it to go. Rasheed Merlin from deep to cut it to a 4-point game. Jones feeds it back. That one tipped. Gaffney with the rebound. He looks to push. He has numbers. Gaffney all the way to the rim. Finger roll gets it to go. And just like that, Stearns on a run of their own, and it's now within 2.
Got to pick up ball in transition. They didn't there, and Gaffney made that one look way too easy.
There's a deep 3. That one tipped out all the way to Gaffney. Gaffney all the way to the rim, gets it to go. And it's been a couple possessions without Powell touching it, and there he goes. And you'll think in situations where it matters the most, he'll be the one with the rock. And that one goes out of the bounds off of Powell. Possession of Stearns.
And we know Kevin Mateo is not one to back down from any challenge on either end of the floor. Looks like he's taken on Powell early here. Done a pretty good job of it as well.
A foul is called there on Ibn Loyal, as Dortch will go to the line for a pair. With the ability to give Stearns the lead. First one from Dortch, good.
Yeah, a little bit too physical for ACI Robinson so far in this one. Already one foul away from putting Stearns trailer in the bonus for the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, Loyal, one of their most physical guys down low. Going to have to avoid foul trouble. Is that one out of bounds? Or excuse me, they call Kevin Mateo for a hold before that pass went out of bounds.
Yeah, he was trying to cut off the drive on the entry pass. Just wasn't able to get the hands off in time.
The matchup that we thought we would get. Gaffney and Powell. Here's the switch. Dortch. I'm going to say it. That's a mismatch. Powell from deep can't get it to go.
Proved you wrong there.
He did. And Kinsler gets the mid-range jumper to go to tie the score. It's Mateo with the rock. Screen. Merlin looked like he traveled, got away with it. Dortch finishes strong down on the interior. It's been a very up and down game. Both teams looking to get out in transition. It'll be Kinsler again. Kinsler shooting often and early in that shot clock for ACI. And it's only our first time seeing him. Definitely not shy, as that one will go out of bounds and remain with Stearns. As there is our first TV timeout. Alec, what have you seen so far?
It's, like you said, it's been very up and down. Both teams really want to get up and down the floor quickly. Obviously, like I said before, ACI has been great from the perimeter. Stearns has been fighting back, though. They've been getting into their transition offense led by Jalen Gaffney. We know how good they are running that. We'll see how it continues to fare with ACI Robinson with the depth advantage.
Well, when we come back, we will have the rest of the action here between Stearns and ACI Robins Nest. Welcome back. Stearns possession as Jalen Gaffney set to take it out. And ACI. 3 by Merlin, no good. Rebounded by Gaffney, puts it back in as Stearns extends their lead to 4. It'll be Powell this time up. Finds Jones. Got to get some ball screens going for Powell. Try and get him a catch and shoot. Jones drives, finds Powell. Back up top. Swings along the perimeter. Good take in from Loyal. Can't finish. Possession of Stearns. It's Mateo. Mateo kicks it to Dortch. Dortch will try the three. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Powell. Here comes Powell. Drives with the left. Can't get it to go. Rebounded. Gaffney leaves it for Merlin. Merlin with the finish.
I love the way that Jalen Gaffney's taken initiative as the main ball handler for this team, especially in transition. He's scored on his own and also set up some guys as well.
Good move down low, but better offense for ACI. That's Hardiman as he'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, nice job there, leveraging the spin move as we'll get our first subs for ACI. Robbins did a good job of just using the body, working off the shoulder of Weiner, and got the N1.
It'll be Fagan and Panzini in, Loyal and Jones out. Free throw good from Hardiman. Micah Kerr still at the scorer's table. We'll get Hardiman at the next dead ball. Mismatch down low. Fagan forced to reach on Dortch. That mismatch in Dortch's favor.
Yeah, absolutely. And that'll put Stearns Trail in the bonus and Dortch to the free throw line. He's a really solid free throw shooter. So not a foul that you necessarily want to give up. But, again, for Fagan, don't want to give him the easy two, so kind of had to be extra physical at the entry point.
First free throw from Dortch. Good. Pure.
He was our star of the game yesterday in the win over RKE Athletic. Really solid game all around. He's one of those guys at the wing spot where he can kind of do it all. He can rebound. He can really take it to the basket. He's a good post player, and obviously, like you see, really solid at the free throw line.
Panzini on the drive. There'll be a foul called. Believe they'll get Dortch, as he's the one who's arguing, as that typically means he's guilty. And it will indeed be Dortch. And it'll be Panzini going to the line. Panzini gets it to go. And you got to give the credit where it's due to Stearns. We obviously know how capable of a team they are, but missing a lot of their key players tonight and only have 5. And through 7 minutes of this game, they're ahead.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that energy level keeps up as the game goes on. Definitely not an easy task.
Dortch, and he gets it to go. Parker Dortch just so strong when he goes to the rim. Fagan finds Panzini. Panzini from 3, can't get it to go. Gaffney with the rebound. Gaffney. Kinsler defending, step back. Pass fake, gets it to go. Jalen Gaffney. The 15-foot shot from just beyond the elbow. It's Powell. Powell behind the back, step back. No good, rebounded by Weiner. Dortch finds Mateo. Mateo. Floater, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Panzini. Fagan finds Powell. Powell drives to the hoop. A lot of contact, finishes through it, but no call. Mateo passes to Dortch. Into Merlin. Great spin as Merlin lays it in for the easy deuce.
Yeah, Merlin is one of those guys at the center spot. He can really do a lot of different things. He's a solid shooter, as we've seen in this game, and he can get to the basket.
Dortch gets it to go. Just so strong going to that hoop. Not many people in that ACI Robbins nest can stop him.
Yeah, he's strong, and he can really hang in the air as well like he did on that look.
Kinsler finds Fagan. Back to Kinsler in that corner. Got to watch that foot. Micah Kerr. Shot from the wing. Can't get it to go. Panzini tips it. And that one out of bounds off of... Well, they'll say it's a foul on Gio Panzini. Not sure I necessarily agree with that call. Two guys going for the ball in that situation. I think you let them play it out, especially since that sends them to the line.
Absolutely. It seemed like they were both going up for it. I mean, I was surprised they called that. It's been a fairly physical game so far, and there have been a good amount of fouls called. That'll send Merlin to the line. Both of their bigs, Rasheed Merlin and Derek Woods, who isn't here tonight, but when he is here, both of them are really solid stretch bigs. They can shoot, they can space the floor, they can also move pretty well on the perimeter, and that's a really important part of being a stretch big, not just being able to shoot, but being able to move well on the perimeter to kind of help out that, sometimes Stearns plays a 4-out, 1-in with Dortch on the inside. Sometimes they play a full 5-out, but having a big like that kind of opens up mismatches on the defense.
Free throw good from Merlin. Splits the pair. Fagan pulls up, gets it to go. Fagan, a very streaky shooter, will hit it while he's hot. You got to get a hand up. And they're going to get Merlin for an offensive foul. And Panzini loves it after the call on the other end a few possessions ago.
Yeah, Panzini being physical at the entry point, able to draw the foul because Merlin had to go right back at him. Panzini's just one of those glue guys that every team would love to have. Plays his basketball up at Cornell right now. It's really one of those guys that can do a lot of different things even if he's not lighting up the scoreboard with points.
Kinsler. Short off the rim, rebounded by Weiner. 30 seconds left here in this first quarter. Mateo. Pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Fagan. Numbers for ACI. That pass from Fagan to Powell. Stolen away. It's Gaffney now on the wing. Can't get it to go. Merlin, the putback. Just the lack of size really seems to be an issue so far for ACI. Powell, weak wing. Panzini gives it back. Powell from deep gets it to go at the buzzer. Powell cuts the lead to 6, and a much better situation for ACI going into the second quarter, now down only 6.
Yeah, definitely. It seemed like things could have possibly gotten away from him. But again, if you need a bucket, the guy you go to is Miles Powell. He knocked that one down off the pull-up. Even looked back to see what the clock was at. Made sure he could get it off. He did, of course. And we've seen that shot so many times from him, whether it was in the Big East or in his standout career in China. Pure shot maker.
Seems allergic to that big shot. You think of a lot of them. You think of Kentucky, where Tyler Hero was on that team. Emmanuel Quickly, Reed Travis. You've got Marquette when Marcus Howard was there. And then you've also, from Trenton against Villanova.
Legendary call from Gus Johnson.
Of course. Taking a look at the box score right now. 2 in double digits for Stearns. That's Merlin and Dortch, both in the front court. And that's been the story of the game for Stearns. Dominant play in that front court.
Yeah, they just have the ability to use their size. ACI Robbins don't really have one of their true bigs. Obviously, that would be Jared Kimbrough when they have everyone here. So a bit of an absence in the big man that can match up with either Merlin or Dortch. So we'll see how they adjust. Maybe they send some more doubles Merlin's way or Dortch's way. We'll have to wait and see.
It'll be Powell, Jones, Fagan, Panzini, and Kerr to start the second for ACI.
Powell played that whole first quarter.
He did. And I'm curious to see how many minutes he'll get tonight. It'll be Jones doing the ball handling duties. Lobbed in to Panzini, but that one stolen away. And it'll be Kevin Mateo bringing it up for Stearns. Step back jumper. Beautiful move there from Kevin Mateo.
One of those guys, when he's got his handle on, one of the prettiest jumpers and prettiest pull-up moves in the league.
Powell drives, finish with the left. A lot of contact, no call. Gaffney will pull from deep, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Dwayne Jones. Finds Powell in the corner. Weiner doesn't get a hand up, and he's going to make him pay. You don't get a hand up, Miles Powell will make you pay.
As the old saying goes, hand down, man down. That won't look too easy from the corner. He's starting to get hot.
Mateo, Fagan defending. Fagan wanted a jump. I saw much more of a wraparound from up here.
Yeah, a little bit too much contact.
It'll be Mateo at the line. Mateo with 1 point so far. Split a pair at the line. Shot 0 for 3 in that first quarter. Now 1 for 3 at the line.
And even last night in Stearns Trailer's win over Arcade Athletic, the shot wasn't really there to start, but he really did a lot of the little things right. He played some great defense. One of his best attributes on defense is getting into the passing lanes as like a roaming free safety, just able to pick the ball off. So the shot may not be falling early on, but he's still doing a lot of little things.
Powell, Mateo defending. And they'll call a double dribble. It appeared Mateo had gotten a piece of it.
That's what I thought.
But it'll be a turnover for Powell in possession of Stearns. Mateo, step back three, good. Kevin Mateo heating up. Jones. Drives, finishes with the strong hand, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Micah Kerr, blocked by Weiner. And now it's Merlin. Finds Mateo. Bad pass, so Stearns has to reset. It's Mateo. Finds Weiner, high post. Corners Merlin. Merlin from deep. Not boxing out is Powell, and it's Gaffney on the tip-in. Powell will try and go in transition. Gets to the rim. And the foul. Just when Gaffney got the 2 on the other end, Powell goes all the way up the court and gets a quick 2 with a chance to make it 3.
And you can feel him get more comfortable as this game is going on with his role in the offense, the way he's able to get down the floor. It just looks a lot more comfortable. He's starting to find his flow. He's definitely woken up in this game.
Powell, no good. Panzini tips it all the way out. A lot of contact, but they'll call a travel. As they'll say, it's more of a slip from Fagan than contact.
I'll tell you what, Panzini, heck of a rebounder. The way he's able to just get up. He's not the biggest guy either, like we talked about, but the defense and rebounding from Panzini, one of his most valuable, or 2 of his, I guess, most valuable assets that he brings to this ACI Robbins Nest team.
Everybody always talks about the Hodge brothers when you're talking about the success that St. Rose team had, but a lot of people forget about what Gio Panzini did for that team, was really the glue that held it all together. Now on a Division I scholarship, playing in the Ivy League at Cornell. Dortch, a lot of contact as he finishes right through it as if Micah Kerr wasn't even there.
Yeah, that was a great setup from Mateo as well with the pocket pass. Led it perfectly right into Dortch's hands and easy finish. Once again, he's so strong and he has a great vertical, so he's just able to go right up with it, whether it's through contact like that one or even kind of hanging in the air like he's done a few possessions earlier. He's really an all-around guy at the rim.
Chance for the three-point play. Can't convert. Jones finds Powell. Powell pull up 3, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Good by Hardiman. It's Gaffney bringing it up. Double screen. Fagan defending. Gaffney looking to post up. Picks up his dribble. Back out to Mateo. 4 on the shot clock. Mateo drives, has to put it up. Doesn't hit the rim as it's a shot clock violation going the other way.
Solid defense from ACI Robbins Nest on that possession. They were able to wall up and didn't really let Mateo get downhill late in the shot clock. That's sometimes where he's at his best, just working downhill with his speed and off the dribble ability.
Powell up to Fagan. Back out. Powell drives to his right. Finish with the right hand. Good. Miles Powell drives to the rim. Gets it to go. Gaffney, a lot of contact. And they'll get Loyal. And I believe that's the third foul on Ibn Loyal. And that's a dangerous game you're playing if you're ACI.
Absolutely. It's looking like he might head out after this one. And, yeah, you definitely don't want to pick up that third foul in the first half. Even though you have 6 to work with, definitely a dangerous game you're playing, trying to defend with 2 fouls, especially at this point. I mean, only 3 minutes into the second quarter.
First free throw from Gaffney. No good.
And really, Gaffney has been terrific as the main backcourt option. The way he's been able to take charge offensively, work in transition, looking for his own shot, also setting up guys. I love his decisiveness in this game so far.
There's a reason why he played at such a high level for teams with such winning cultures. Jones finds Powell. Mateo defending. Powell through the legs. And they will call a defensive 3 seconds. As now, it should be a technical free throw coming up for ACI. As it will be, and it'll be Samir Kinsler taking the free throw. Free throw good from Kinsler.
It's interesting. Not too often you see the defensive 3 seconds call. We've seen it called twice tonight. First in our first game between Intern Helpers and WCT Warriors, and now tonight.
Jones finds Powell. Can't handle the catch. Mateo on the drive. Blocked by Powell. As that one goes out of bounds, as possession back to Stearns. Powell ran all the way down to stuff Mateo. As that's not something we're typically used to seeing. That's not what he's usually known for.
And he almost crashed through the door behind the bleachers as well.
He already went into the to the other coach's bleachers. And that one stripped away by Powell, getting it done 2 times in a row on defense. That 3 from Kinsler, no good. Jones the rebound. Fagan from deep, good. 4-point game. Powell is loving it. As now the momentum is in ACI's favor. Mateo, Kinsler defending. A lot of contact, energy's going up, but they'll call a foul.
Oh, man, that ACI bench wanted to stop so bad for Samir Kinsler, but Mateo just barely able to get the step and flip it up to draw the contact.
You see Liam Byrne about to walk by your screen right here.
Look at him go. So inspirational.
The best in the game there is. Severely underpaid, some may say. It'll be Mateo at the line for a pair. Desperately needed here for Stearns after the run from ACI. Mateo, another very good free throw shooter, but having a tough time so far tonight, has already missed 2. One of the bigger crowds we've seen on tap for the later slate in quite some time. But when you bring in a 2-time All-American, that'll do that. As Kinsler lays it in for 2, as it's now only a 3-point lead in favor of Stearns.
Kinsler starting to find his footing there. Went after it on the attempt at the rim. Just able to get downhill. Really nice job.
Dortch. As they'll call a foul on Hardiman. Definitely saw some steps from Dortch, but the foul came a little bit before. Hardiman can't believe it.
Yeah, the ACI Robinson's bench can't believe it, but looking at from our angle at least, I can't. That already puts Stearns trailer in the bonus. It looks like
5-1 right now
in
favor of Stearns.
On the entry pass, Hardman just had a little bit too much contact wrapping around the back of Dortch, so easy call.
Dortch, free throw short.
I'm not really sure why everyone went after it. I mean, the bonus is a 2-shot foul. And
I believe it was Dan, our usual play-by-play guy, who told them it was a 1-and-1.
Wow. I mean, he said he had he had some big shoes to fill.
Powell. He's doing a good job over there. Powell, sweet move! 10-cent finish. Dortch, Mateo, falls over, and they'll call a travel. Kinsler was about to be beside himself if a foul was called.
Yeah, really great defensive footwork from Kinsler. Didn't let Mateo get past him like he did on previous possessions. Great job just staying right in front of him, and no chance that they were going to call a foul on that one.
It's Dwayne Jones. Drives, kicks, Fagan, 2 for 2 from deep already. Can't get it to go, but the tip in good from Hardiman. It's a 1-point game. Gaffney with it now. Fagan defending. High ball screen from Dortch. And they'll get Fagan for a foul. And it's back to the free throw line yet again. But first, we will have a media timeout. Don't go anywhere, though. When we come back, we have a great ball game here. Stearns 47, ACI 46. It'll be Gaffney at the line for a pair for Stearns. 4:40 left to play here in the second quarter. First free throw from Gaffney. Nothing but nylon. Second one, just the same. And it's a 3-point lead now for Stearns. And Powell's still yet to come out of this game.
He's got the energy tonight.
Jones finds Powell coming off a ball screen. Step back three, gets it to go. And he's fired up in the corner. And we've got a tie game. Dortch drives. Sweet take from Parker Dortch. And Stearns is back up. Here comes Powell. Drives, finishes with the right, and he'll get the foul call as he will go to the line for a pair.
Man, he's feeling it now.
He's in takeover mode.
Especially on that step-back three, falling away in the corner. I mean, it's a shot that we've seen him hit many times. He looks so much more comfortable in this game, even from the start of it, really. He's finding his groove, and it's good to see a nightcap that, at least so far, has been very entertaining.
Talk about a kid with a story. Got hurt in high school. Gained a lot of weight. A lot of coaches. Quit on him. Seton Hall was where he ended up. was a 4-star prospect, so did a lot in high school before the injury, but just with Seton Hall, worked his tail off, got better year in and year out, learned under some really good coaches, some really good players, and blossom in to one of the program's best ever. Gaffney lays it up, but too strong. It'll be Powell to push in transition with numbers. Feeds it off to Loyal, and Loyal lays it in, assisted by Powell. Here comes Mateo. No one stopping ball. He finishes through the contact. And we've got a back-and-forth affair, both teams trading blows.
Absolutely, and Mateo is a big part of this run for Stearns. He's able to, after the baskets, just run out and get in transition, set up the half-court offense, almost Indiana Pacers-like, where even after baskets, they're able to set up instant offense really quickly in transition.
It's almost as if Christmas came early for me this year, being a Seton Hall alumni, getting to watch this in person. We've got a great game on our hands. 3:30 left to play. Loyal with it. Finds Micah Kerr. Into the hands of Powell. Powell. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Gets it to go again. Powell's feeling it. And we've got a tie game. Guarding closely on Gaffney is Powell. Gaffney drives, finish with the left, finishes through contact. Back and forth, trading blows. Both these teams fighting hard for this win. ACI wanting to get on the board. Really a chance here to climb up in those standings, because this is the worst you're probably going to see Stearns. And Stearns, obviously, a game here, a trap game as many would call it. But we are in for a treat. And we still have a full half left to play. Powell, step back 3, long off the rim, rebounded by Dortch. Mateo finds Dortch. Dortch, as I believe that was a 2-point basket. It was. Would have been a 3 at the high school level, but now with the new NBA 3, a long 2. Good move from Kerr, but really good defense from Weiner, as it's another stop from Stearns. Gaffney finds Weiner. Finds Dortch at the high post. Dortch with the mismatch, can't finish. Powell with the long rebound, with numbers, leaves it behind for Kinsler. It's Panzini in the corner. He gets it to go. Gio Panzini knocks down the 3. As it's a 2-point game. Weiner, why not Weiner, as he gets it to go as well. Powell gets the ball screen, finds Kinsler. Kinsler crosses, stripped away by Mateo. Merlin on the break. He might have walked, gives it back out to Mateo. Mateo, that shot hits the top and goes out of bounds, as it'll be ACI Robbins Nest ball.
Mateo really just has fantastic hands, whether it's getting in the passing lanes or even just poking away when he's the on-ball defender. He's a fantastic talent on the defensive end.
It'll be Powell bringing it up for ACI. Powell drives, finishes with the right hand. He's just so fun to watch.
He is absolutely cooking on offense in the second quarter, taking over, whether it's from 3, and that gravity allows him to take it to the basket and get a finish like that.
Gaffney. Long 2. Nothing but air. Powell passes up to Panzini. Panzini, the finish, gets it to go. 1-point game just inside of 1 to play here in the first half. It's Mateo with it. He'll pull up from deep. He can't get it to go. Off the top, and possession to ACI with a chance to take the lead here. It'll be Kinsler. Kinsler gets past Mateo, gets to the hoop, but can't finish. And now ACI with a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they have really played some great basketball on both ends of the floor, really. They've been able to get it going on offense, really getting to the basket, and then also getting downhill on defense, playing some great defense as well.
And Jagan Mosley just entered the building as well.
What's he doing here?
I wish we saw him playing. Spent a couple years with Ortho and Larson, I believe, were the two teams that he had played for over our past couple years working the league.
Now he's on the ACI bench.
Well, we know he's very close friends with Powell, have deep roots. Mosley played at Georgetown, went to St. Anthony's. Jersey kid, just like Powell. Another Big East connection. Gaffney will pull up from three. Can't get it to go, but they'll say there was contact by Gio Panzini. And now a chance for Stearns to take the lead.
Yeah, that's a key foul there and a potential 2-for-1 situation as well. And a lot of free throws being taken in this game. That might be how this game is decided.
And that's a veteran move right there from Gaffney to sell it as well to ensure that he got to the free throw line. Got to hit two here if you're Gaffney. Hits the first. Second one is also good from Gaffney. And he goes 2 of 3 at the line. Powell bringing it up. That one goes out of bounds, but they'll say it's off Mateo. I don't think that one was off Mateo. I think it's either a blocking foul or going down the other way there.
Yeah, I guess Mateo got to the spot, but yeah, I was surprised at the call there.
Panzini back to Kinsler. Kinsler pulls from deep, can't get it to go. Long rebound out to Jones. He throws it back into the backcourt, and that's a backcourt violation. They're trying to argue it, but I don't know what's there to argue here.
Yeah,
maybe that someone tipped it.
I think they wanted a foul possibly on Dortch as he kind of got some contact into Panzini after the pass, but now Stearns can hold for the final shot.
Gaffney with it, Jones defending. Here he goes. Gets the switch. It's now Panzini on him. Gaffney chucks it up long. Panzini, the rebound, gets it up. And it's the top of the ceiling. And it's a 2-point game here at the half. Stearns leads 64-62. Alec, what has been the key for both teams so far?
I think it's been getting in transition, both defending and getting some points out of it. I mean, we know Stearns loves to run, and ACI Robins Nest are kind of taking advantage of that. Because Stearns only has 5 guys, they're able to run as well. But I think the biggest key, Miles Powell has only gotten better as this game has gone on. So I'm going to be really interested to see how he comes out in the second half and how this ACI Robins Nest team as a whole performs in this third quarter. I mean, this has been a fantastic basketball game.
Well, when we come back, we will have the second half of action. We'll see if the fatigue starts to play in for Stearns as well. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have the second half of action. Welcome back. We are shortly ahead of the action here. David Smith, Alec Crowdhamel.
I believe we're missing 2 refs right now.
We are. And that's what I believe is the delay.
Makes it a lot harder to play a basketball game.
But like we said, we knew this was going to be a closer game than much anticipated when people saw it on the schedule. When we heard number 44 in black was arriving. Alec, tell me what he brings to the table.
Shot making, some more shot making, and of course electricity. He's got a game-high 22 points, 5 from inside the three-point line, 4 from outside. He really caught fire in that second quarter as well. He had 15 points, also was on 6 of 10 shooting, so he really upped his efficiency, obviously upped his scoring. He has been the electric factor in this game, whether it's shooting it from way downtown or just taking it straight to the basket. He has been the energy bringer in this game.
But we've seen a very balanced attack so far for Stearns. 11 for Mateo, 16 for Dortch, 18 for Gaffney, and 12 from Merlin, and then even 7 from Weiner. So a very balanced contribution that's why they're in this game and have the lead.
Yeah, that's what you need, especially when you only got 5 guys. You need all of them to really contribute. And even though he's the lowest scorer on the team and he's the only one not in double figures, I have been really impressed with Weiner's game. He's a perfect 3 of 3 from the floor. He's got 7 points and 7 rebounds. He's really battled down low, especially considering he's not usually a starter. He usually comes off the bench as a depth guy. I've been really impressed with his game tonight.
He reminds me of a smaller, younger, less polished Liba or Christian Lyons-esque type. As that 3 by Loyal is good, as now ACI has the lead. It's Mateo with the rock. Ball screen from Merlin, double screen. Long 2, good from Mateo. As there's yet again another lead change. And Powell, it's too easy for him. Merlin gets Powell in the air and finishes. Hopefully he's okay. He appears to be.
He went flying.
Yeah, he did. Always scary as an athlete when you see that. As you see, Coach Fagan just walks in after the half. Jones finds Powell. Powell thought about it. Step back. Short. No good. Rebounded by Mateo. Kinsler on him. Gaffney in the corner. Finds Mateo. Mateo, shot. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Weiner. And that is what has been so impressive. He runs the floor well, can block shots, get rebounds. He's just an athletic big who seems to be in the right place at the right time. Isn't necessarily the most polished, but he's filling the void in a very good way.
Absolutely, and that's his 3rd offensive rebound of the game, and that's really needed to create extra opportunities.
First free throw no good from Weiner. This is the part of his game where you'd expect it to need a little bit more practice. The face up as he goes 0 for 2 from the line. It's Kinsler. Merlin defending. Step back. Good. As Kinsler hits the tray. And it's another lead change. At this rate, I'm going to have a heart attack by the 3rd quarter. Or by the end of the 3rd quarter, that is. Gaffney. Post fade. You bet. It's Dwayne Jones now. Jones. Feed into the corner. Hardiman finds Kinsler. Kinsler, deep 3, good! Samir Kinsler is here to play. Hits the deep 3.
We haven't seen a lot of him this year before tonight, but he has been on fire.
Dwayne Jones skies for the board. Pushes in transition. Finish with the left, blocked by Dortch. And that's where Dwayne Jones' game is a little predictable. Always likes to finish with that left. If he goes to the right a little bit more, he's even more of a dangerous slasher than he already is. Powell in transition, 1 man to beat. Gaffney tried to foul, But it didn't get called, and there's a foul on the shot, and Powell will go to the line for a pair after taking a hard fall. Appears to be limping a little bit. Powell will get a chance for 2 at the line.
And once again, a game-high 22 points in that first half. But weirdly, for as good of a shooter as he is, 0 for 3 from the free throw line.
Really? I did not notice that. 1 for 4. Now at 25%. Was over a career 85% at Seton Hall. And he missed that one, but right there for the rebound was Loyal, who will now get a chance for a second chance opportunity, but this time at the line.
Yeah, great drop crashing the glass by Loyal. Again, ACI doesn't really have the same size in terms of height that Stearns Trailer has with Merlin and Dortch, but Loyal's done a good job of just getting in there, putting his nose into the action, and being the right guy in the right place at the right time, and he gets rewarded with 2 free throws.
And we've got a wet spot on the court and a young fan coming to help out. Love to see that. Don't know where Liam is, but maybe that's why the
Yeah, well, you said he wasn't paid enough.
yeah,
you might have to take
he's
that
over
one
there
back.
with Greg.
Of course.
Looks like they're just relaxing.
Greg's over there, actually. He's doing more
Oh, maybe
work.
that's not good. Who is that over there that he's talking to?
I am not 100% sure, but Greg's moving more than Liam is.
First free throw from Loyal, way off.
And a crazy stat from that first half. I mean, we saw it in the second quarter with the amount of fouls that got called. 5 and 9 from the free throw line for ACI Robins Nest in the first half. 17 of 26 for Stearns Trailer, so we know where they've gotten their advantage.
It's Gaffney. As that one goes through the hands of Dortch. And out of bounds in possession of ACI. And Jones catches Stearns sleeping as he lays it in for 2. And ACI has a 6-point lead over Stearns.
Yeah, on that one, we haven't really seen a ton of aggression from Dwayne Jones. That was only his 4th shot of the game. He's got 4 points now on 2 made field goals. Haven't really seen too much of him being as aggressive. I'm sure the addition in the backcourt of both Kinsler and Powell is a part of that. But if ACI wants to win this game, he's going to need to play a big part because he is the guy that always has the ball in his hands in those big spots.
Jones, as we know, very good at getting downhill, a good facilitator. The shot a little bit questionable, not as consistent. But him and Fagan definitely complement each other really well in the backcourt when it is typically them two. Now with Powell, another ball-dominant guard, it makes Jones become a little bit of an off-ball guard, which is different for him.
Yeah, absolutely. It is definitely an adjustment to make when you're used to being on-ball, playing off-ball, especially considering, not a lot of practice for these guys, if any at all, as a team at the very least. So not a lot of practice, definitely takes some adjusting, but we'll see if Jones can keep up after that possession.
Be Stearns' ball, fresh out of the timeout. Gaffney on the inbound, Mateo on the receiving end. Here he is now. Feeds it down low to Merlin. Back to Mateo. Sweet feed in to Merlin. And they'll call a foul. That'll be on Dwayne Jones.
That was a really great offensive possession from Kevin Mateo. He anticipated the trap going in the corner, and right when the 2 defenders came at him, he fired a bounce pass down low to Rasheed Merlin. Really great placement on it as well. So that play was made by Kevin Mateo in his playmaking.
It also wouldn't surprise me if Coach Christine Hadfield drew that up out of the timeout as well. We know how good of a coach she is with everything she's accomplished at St. Rose. Merlin gets his own rebound, and Stearns will reset. Low post, Merlin with the much smaller Powell guarding him, and he can't finish. And all of the ACI players are in absolute shock that a foul is called there.
As well as the 3 guys on the bench and some of the fans in the arena as well. They're going to get Powell on that one. Only his first, so he's still in good shape. But once again, already 3 fouls on ACI Robins Nest in this third quarter, and Stearns keeping up their advantage at the stripe.
See Powell talking a lot, but not in the way that we saw Kyle Cardacci. Just kind of having fun out there, vibing with everyone. See that tape he's got on the right hand?
Yeah, also some blood on the jersey, so he might have gotten a cut late in that first half. Got it taped up at the half.
Jones finds Powell, open look from deep, no good, rebounded by Weiner. Dortch with it now. That pass tipped away, but possession will remain with Stearns.
Yeah, solid job by Hardiman, who anticipated that pass and wasn't able to steal it away completely.
There seems to be a lot of confusion.
I'm not sure what it's about.
Me either. And
Gaffney's headed to the free throw line. I'm not sure for
a technical?
Yeah, I'm not really sure who it's on or anything like that.
No, it was the second delay of game, which results in a technical.
I'm trying to think of when I don't remember the first one, but
I don't know if we've seen that this year. Yeah, 2 delay of games result in a technical foul.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of delay of games just as the one, but I don't remember. I don't even remember when the first one in this game was. So I could have just slipped my memory.
Mateo finds Weiner. Weiner, corner 3, no good. Great rebound from Hardiman. Pushing is Jones, lobbed up. Coming down with it is Loyal. Powell can't finish. Dortch with the rebound and the foul by Hardiman.
I think that's the first foul that ACI Robins Nest wasn't in disbelief about the call of. And that one was kind of obvious. Bit of a take foul to prevent the transition opportunity.
It'll be Mateo bringing it up. They get it down low immediately to Merlin. Dribbles back out, tries to go back in, and that one goes out of bounds in favor of ACI.
Yeah, Merlin on that one, he was trying to back it out and then kind of, I guess, rock the yo-yo with Hardiman guarding him, but good job by Hardiman keeping the feet set.
Powell. Pivot, back, Kinsler. Passes up to one more, instead drive, sweet reverse by Ibn Loyal to extend the lead to 4. Gaffney, spin, finds Weiner, drop step. Shot with the right, no good, gets his own miss, and they will get Kinsler with a reach-in foul.
Hardiman just got a technical.
And a technical foul has been assessed against Marquale Hardiman. Will not count as a personal. But ACI just giving away all these free points to Stearns could come back to bite him in the end.
Absolutely. I mean,
maybe a timeout from Coach Fagan would be a
yeah, it's just like a reset would probably do him good. Even though the free throw missed, it would probably do him good.
Weiner will shoot 2, so we got a technical and then 2.
And now, yeah, once again, less than midway through the third quarter, once again, Stearns in the bonus already.
Just a lot of uncertainty going on right now. There's been a lot of weird calls that we're not used to typically seeing. Weiner hits the first. Has also struggled at the line today like so many other people, Mateo, Powell. But he hits the pair here. It's Kinsler. And a lot of contact and a very sarcastic clap from the ACI bench as a foul is called against Stearns.
Yeah, it's their third in the quarter, so it's not as much of a disparity as it was in the second quarter when it was 5-1 at one point in terms of fouls, but yeah, definitely a lot happening here.
Jones with it now, Merlin defending. Micah Kerr for three, rims out, Dortch with the rebound. Gets it to Gaffney, Gaffney to Weiner, Weiner the take, goes for the dunk, couldn't get it to go. Powell comes down with it.
That was ambitious. I like the attempt, just a little bit short.
Powell drives, finishes with the right hand. Powell extends the lead to 4. Dortch pulls it back out, drives, pump fake, strong move from the Loyola Marymount alum. Jones finger roll with the left hand. Kevin Mateo now. Mateo gets the screen from Weiner, drives, finishes through the contact. We saw a little bit of a dry period from both teams. Now both teams very hot. Jones in the corner, Loyal, three, no good. Offensive rebound. That one ends up out of bounds, but possession will remain with ACI. And that one will take us to our next TV timeout. And ACI Robins Nest leads 82-80. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, the rest of the action. Welcome back. It's Fagan on the inbound. Just received word after McQuail Hardiman had some choice of words for the referees. He's been ejected from this game. It's Kinsler with the ball. He gets that one up. A lot of contact, no call. Merlin finds Gaffney. Merlin from deep gets it to go. As now Stearns is back in front. Panzini can't get that one to go. As that one is out of bounds. Going right back to ACI. Poor pass there from Merlin. Mental mistake.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a miscommunication with Dortch. He thought Dortch was going to cut up the floor, and Dortch just kind of stayed where he was. So
Powell drives, finishes with the right hand. Just his ability to get downhill and then just hit a shot in your face too. It's so hard to keep him honest. You don't know where to play him.
Exactly. Once again, it's his ability to shoot the three ball at such a high rate from way downtown as well. It just enables that even more. You become a more well-rounded offensive player.
Dortch. Long two. As they will call a foul on Kerr. As Dortch will go to the line. I'm curious to see what the foul totals will be at the end of this quarter.
It's going to be interesting for sure.
As another delay of game has been assessed against ACI, giving more chances at the line for Stearns.
Can't say I've seen that before.
Coach Fagan's got to get a hold of his team. Maybe call timeout to try and settle everyone down.
Yeah, just kind of reset their heads, make sure that they're not getting too frustrated out there.
Now Dortch will get a chance for two. All tied up at 84. 2:52 left here in the third. Stearns now leads by one.
Dortch might be in the running for a second straight star of the game now in Nation. He was yesterday when we talked to him afterwards, and he's been great again tonight.
It's Kinsler. Finds Kerr, gets Weiner off his feet. Kerr, air ball. And there's a foul called. And they will get Dortch, I believe.
It's always my favorite after we see a foul call when the players try to reenact what happened in their own points of view, like we saw Dortch do there.
Kinsler finds Powell off the screen. Powell drives, gets it up, a lot of contact, no call. As that one's going down the other way. Mateo drives, and he gets it to go. ACI is going to look to push. Great pass into Panzini! Gio Panzini throws it down in transition. There's that athleticism that we know and always talk about.
Oh, absolutely. Great job running the floor as well, knowing exactly where he needed to be.
In the corners, Gaffney, Fagan defending. Dortch has the smaller defender. Post hook, can't get it to go. Powell gets the miss. Pass into the corner. Kinsler from deep. And they'll get Mateo on a foul. And it's Kinsler who's going to be going to the line. Sloppy basketball by both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Mateo was a bit late on the rotation at the closeout. And when you're late to a closeout and you try to do it a little bit too aggressively, you risk situations like that where you foul him. And that's a big-time foul. It slows down the game and gives 3 free chances at the line for a guy in Samir Kinsler who has really been a great shower so far tonight. I haven't seen him this season, but he's been able to work off the dribble, off the catch from the perimeter. Been really impressive to watch.
Samir Kinsler. Went to West Virginia State, Fort Lewis, Grayson College, and Glenville State. 4 schools in 4 years.
I believe Dwayne Jones also played at West Virginia State, if my memory serves me correct.
I believe he was at Charleston in West
yes.
Virginia.
Another one of those West Virginia colleges.
But very close. Same thing. His senior year averaged 11 points per game. So a very solid player with a very solid career. Gaffney. As they will call a foul there on Fagan. A lot of people unhappy with the officiating thus far.
There's been
a very slow game.
It's been a lot of fouls.
Yeah.
Especially for a nightcap. But it is good to see, like I said before, the nightcaps in the last 3 days in a row really haven't been all that competitive. So it's really good to see one that has been close through most of 3 quarters.
First free throw from Gaffney, good. As we're now tied at 89 with just north of 1:30 left here in the third quarter. Second free throw from Gaffney, same as the first. It's now a lead for Stearns. Powell drives, lays it up with the right. And it's just too easy for Powell. Gaffney, Fagan defending. Panzini picks up on the switch. Now have a mismatch with Fagan and Merlin. It's still Gaffney with it now. As they'll call a 3-second, but no one is standing in the paint.
Yeah, I'm not really sure who that's on. Kinsler is reacting as if it's on him, but yeah, when we were looking at least, it didn't look like there was anyone in the key.
This has been the game with the most technical free throws that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And most of them have been either to tie the game or just take the lead.
Absolutely. I mean, there was only 2 lead changes in the first half, which almost doesn't seem right.
Mateo lays it up with the right, and now it's another lead change, this time in favor of Stearns.
Feels like there's been at least 8 or so just in this quarter alone.
Could even be more than that. On the block, Micah Kerr. Out to the elbow extended. Great pass from Kinsler. Panzini can't finish. Powell wide open, gets it to go. Miles Powell from beyond the arc to give ACI the lead. Mateo can't get it to go. Tipped around, rebounded by Panzini. Powell in transition, drives, can't finish. Rebounded by Kinsler, but they'll say Mateo got him on the way up, and it's Powell going to the line for a pair. He just has the ability to take over any game at any given second, which is what makes him so dangerous.
And ACI Robbins has needed every single point he's put up on the board. And Kevin Mateo just picked up his 6th foul. And because Stearns only has 5 guys, that'll send Miles Powell to the line for a technical free throw. So for every foul Mateo picks up, it's going to be another one. And it's situations like that, maybe Mateo could have let that one go. I appreciate the effort going all out trying to block the shot, but knowing you have 5 fouls in that situation, maybe hold back just a little bit.
Now Powell will get a chance for 2 after missing the first. Has had an off day from the line so far. Only 17 seconds left.
And that adds to the tally of technical free throws that we've seen in this game.
It's been the most that I've ever seen.
I can say the same here.
It's Gaffney. 10 seconds now. Shot clock off. Fagan defending. Gets his high ball screen. There's a switch. Panzini defending. Here comes the double. Mateo, 2 seconds left. Gonna have to get one up. No shot, but there's a foul called before the buzzer.
And that's going to be 2 more free throws for Stearns. That is a huge drive by Mateo, just going straight to the basket. Kinsler.
And Kinsler and Mateo talking a little bit. Mateo got into some trouble last night with Cardacci. Hopefully can stay clear of any trouble today, because that's someone that they're going to need going forward.
Oh, absolutely, especially considering, once again, nobody off the bench. And Kinsler on the drive. Mateo was so quick off the dribble. Had no choice but to try to rotate over, just didn't get there in time. Mateo beat him to the spot, and that was a pretty easy blocking foul. So it looks like they'll put 0.3 seconds back on the clock. Not much you can do in a live ball setting with 0.3, but either way, that's what's on the clock.
The only chance is probably here for a Stearns tip-in. ACI currently in the lead by 2. Mateo can't get the second. And at the end of 3, it is 96-94. We have a beauty on our hands, Alec.
Oh, this is going to be a really fun final 10 minutes. No matter which way it goes, this game has absolutely lived up to the hype.
Not only has it lived up to the hype, you just don't know what's going to happen. There's been so many weird things to happen throughout this game. I couldn't even tell you what I'm expecting to happen in this fourth quarter.
How many more plays can result in a technical free throw? That's the watch that we're on for the fourth quarter.
As we know in this league, we've seen it happen before. It doesn't happen a lot. Kevin Mateo's fouled out of this game, but since they only have 5, he remains in. And obviously, like we said, it'll their foul he commits. But it's just a crazy situation. We're seeing so many technical free throws, so many players losing their cool. Taking a look at the box score now, Miles Powell with 36 points here.
He's been on the floor the entire game as well, 30 minutes. Has not taken a seat. And I think the most amazing thing about Miles Powell's game, not even the 36 points, is that he's played all 30 minutes of this game and only has 1 foul somehow.
Well, not to mention 36, 6 rebounds, and he's also doing it north of 50% shooting from the field and 50% from beyond the arc.
Yeah, really efficient game. He's been really good. He has lived up to the hype and then some. And I mean, looking at the counters that we were looking for, 11 of 19 for the free throw line on the game for ACI Robbins Nest, 30 of 44 for Stearns Trailer. And ACI Robbins Nest been whistled for 23 fouls, 14 on Stearns. That's it's quite the high numbers for both sides.
Longest lead of the game was 11 in favor of Stearns. We've had 15 lead changes and 12 ties. It's been a great one. Dortch, mismatch, nothing Powell can do once Parker Dortch gets that deep. Powell bringing it up now. Drives. Is that one out of bounds? Possession will stay with ACI.
And once again, Weiner doing a great job on defense guarding the rim. Stayed vertical, made sure to not get too much contact, and he blocked that one away. Great job preventing the drive.
Powell on the inbound. Finds Kerr in the hands of Jones. Jones. Step back. Shot from the line. Can't get it to go. And then Powell and Gaffney were fighting for it. And they'll say it goes off Powell, and possession will go to Stearns. All tied up at 96. Mateo with it now. Powell defending. Mateo hits it from the elbow. It's now Jones, finds Panzini. Kerr. Fagan. Jones on the drive. Back out, Micah Kerr gets it to go. The 16th lead change of the game. And it looks like we'll have a shot for 17 as Mateo is going to go to the line after another foul from beyond the arc by one of these teams. This time, guilty, it's Gio Panzini.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive there on the closeout. Mateo really good at just stepping into threes. Got that one off. And it hasn't been the most efficient night for Mateo, at least not what he would like. Only 1 of 6 from the three-point line, but he's been really good inside. 6 of 11 from two-point range.
Mateo knocks down the first free throw.
And one thing that's kind of interesting that we've seen on defense for Stearns Trailer, they've put Parker Dortch on Dwayne Jones as kind of like a different kind of matchup because Jones not as much of a shooter, so they're putting Dortch on him to try to prevent the driving lanes. We know Dortch is really good defensively at the basket, trying to cut off those lanes. And
he's also very athletic, too.
Absolutely.
For someone of his size.
Oh, absolutely. One of the best athletes, I think, that we have in this league.
We have a lot of bigs that run the floor well here in the Jersey Shore Basketball League. We're very lucky.
Yeah, we got 2 of them on the floor right now for Stearns as well. Also, Jared Kimbrough is not here tonight for ACI, another one of those.
And we also have Shahid Muhammad, who's supposed to be making an appearance soon for Larson, who we know is one of the most athletic players in this league as well. Great spin move by Loyal, and he's fired up, making sure he doesn't touch the ball to get the delay. Mateo with it now. Powell defending. Mateo, step back 3, pure! Kevin Mateo gives Stearns the lead. And now it's Powell. He will drive, kicks in the corner. Jones from 3, can't get it to go. Powell with the save. Powell in the corner from deep. Good! Miles Powell from beyond the arc. And he gives them the lead.
And also giving a shout to the fans that helped him out
It's
of the
my
seats.
cousin over there.
Oh, of course, when he went to save that ball.
Powell pass to Jones. ACI up by 3. And Powell starting to take over this game. It's Gaffney now. High ball screen from Merlin. Has the mismatch. Cross-court pass to Weiner. Weiner finds Dortch on the perimeter. Dortch, no good. That one goes out of bounds. Possession to ACI. Seven minutes, 11 seconds left. Kinsler back in. Fagan takes a break for ACI. Powell, step back, 3, good! Miles Powell, 3 straight possessions. Here he comes. Mateo, 3, can't get it to go, and that one is out of bounds. Possession to ACI.
The momentum has fully shifted their way. And Stearns needs to talk it over. They are out of sorts right now, in large part thanks to the play of Miles Powell. He has taken over this game. And even if ACI loses this game, which if Powell has anything to say about it, he's going to try his best to not let him do, he still might be our star of the game.
I am literally like a little kid under the Christmas tree right now. Best time of year, JSBL. We've got Miles Powell out on the court putting on an absolute show for the fans.
Was there any time when you were in the Rock watching him put up 30-plus on the Big East that you'd think, I might be calling this guy's games at some point?
That was the dream. I don't know if it was necessarily more of a realistic thing, but yeah, now it's kind of starting to set in for me. But just so many great memories being a Seton Hall fan my entire life, getting to watch Powell grow up. It was just truly a pleasure. What Trenton makes, the world takes. It's Jones. Alone on an island with Gaffney. Coming around is Powell. That one was tipped. Great defense there from Dortch. And it looks like that's the matchup he's going to be drawing for the rest of the game as he lays it in for 2. If you have Parker Dortch running around with him off screens, he's going to have a much more difficult time to get his shot off. It's Gaffney for now. Powell pulls it, gets it to go! It seems as if they don't get a hand on it. It's going in.
And he's able to fire so quickly, sometimes there's not even a chance to put a hand up to guard it.
Weiner. Too strong. Rebounded by Kinsler. Kinsler up top for Panzini. Panzini lays it in for 2. And the lead's up to 8 now for ACI.
It just seems like everything is starting to click for them on both ends of the floor. Maybe some fatigue setting in for Stearns.
Gaffney, great tough finish at the rim as he hung for the double clutch. It's now Powell bringing it up. Gets the mismatch. Merlin. Powell drives. Finish. Pass to Jones. Gets it to go. And the foul. Dwayne Jones with the finish off the pretty feed from Miles Powell.
Well, to quote current Villanova head coach Kevin Willard, the strategy on offense, give Miles Powell the ball and get the heck out of the way.
Powell going into this quarter, 36 points, has at least another 10. We'll see what he ends up finishing with. That foul was changed from Kevin Mateo to Parker Dortch. Parker Dortch now has 4. Again, can't foul out.
Yeah,
but technical free throws will add up at the end of the game.
Yeah, and that took an attempt away from ACI Robins Nest as the technical foul wouldn't be in play. Looks like Weiner took a shot to the face, attempting the rebound. The fouls have begun to slow down a little bit, at least in this fourth quarter. Only 2 now in the quarter combined, 1 on each team. Or 2, actually, excuse me, 2 on ACI Robins Nest.
Gaffney. Gets the screen from Merlin. See that switch? And there's the mismatch, and that's what Stearns likes to do. They like that high ball screen to get that mismatch down low and then use Merlin and Dortch down on that block. It's Powell. Steps back. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Loyal. Loyal in a lot of trouble down there, but they'll call a foul on Merlin.
Yeah, I thought
that's big, because if it was Mateo, again, that's a technical free throw.
Exactly. I thought they might have got Mateo, but it looks like Merlin came around from behind and got some contact on him.
And that will lead us to our last TV timeout, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will have the last 4:53 of Stearns Trailer versus ACI. We are back here. 115-109 in favor of the intern helpers. Or excuse me, of ACI. Miles Powell putting on a clinic. Powell feeds it to Jones. Gets it in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Dortch. Dortch finds Gaffney. Gaffney. 3 ball by Mateo, good. Kevin Mateo has quietly had a very good game for Stearns. I think he's been a little overshadowed by Powell, but he's had himself a very nice night. Chucks that one cross court to Kinsler. Kinsler, strong take to the rack. No good, rebounded, and that one goes out of bounds. But possession will remain with ACI.
And we're seeing Stearns start to switch up their defense. They're attacking the screens a lot more, especially when Powell's the one coming off them.
Powell in the corner. Step back. 3, good! It's just too easy. He gets any sort of separation, and he makes you pay.
He's on 50 ball. Actually, he might already have 50. We won't know until after the game, but he's certainly maybe on 60 watch.
Dortch might have gotten away with a walk. Gaffney, cross court. Mateo, short off the rim, rebounded. Powell, pushing in transition, gets to the rack. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Dortch. Gaffney kicks to Mateo. Mateo from beyond the arc, no good. Long rebound to Panzini, throws it off Mateo, and possession to ACI.
Seems like the offense starting to drive for Stearns a little bit. Once again, might have a little bit of a fatigue to do with that. I mean, they've only had 5 guys for this game. ACI Robins Nest has had 8, now they have 7. So they at least have some guys to rotate in, and now a crucial defensive possession for Stearns.
Dwayne Jones kicks. Loyal, strong take, blocked by Weiner. It's now Dortch in transition with numbers, and he takes it himself and lays it in for the deuce.
Nice job on the drive. He's been really good at just getting his own in transition. He can go right up with it.
4-point game, 3 minutes left to play. We've got an all-time classic brewing. Powell trips over his own feet, tries to find Loyal. Can't find him, as that one sails out of bounds. And possession now to Stearns. Probably the biggest possession of the game so far right here, Alec.
Yeah, it seems like they need a score here. And at the very least, if they can't get a score, they desperately need to stop on the next possession. But it starts right here with trying to get a score on this one.
We'll switch the screen from Weiner to Merlin. Mateo gets to the hoop. Finish too strong, put back dunk, no good. Merlin again. Third time's the charm for the big fella.
Just flipped that one over his head. Nice job on the boards.
Powell in transition. In the corner is Kinsler. Kinsler beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Dortch. It's now Mateo in transition. Poked away by Jones, but no black jerseys in the direction of the ball. And that one flies out of bounds, excuse me. And it's now Stearns' ball. Dortch on the block. Tries the post hook, gets it to go over the much smaller Ibn Loyal. And now we're tied at 118.
Might be the best 2 minutes of the season right here.
Powell walks it up the floor. Gets the screen. Gaffney playing tight defense. Powell takes this one himself from three. Gets it to go! Miles Powell gives ACI the lead.
It's almost too easy.
And they'll get Panzini for a block. Put his body on the line. Was a really good opportunity and heads-up play by Panzini, but they'll say he just was moving his feet just a little bit.
Looks like the ball went into the – oh, no, they need the mop, excuse me. Thought the ball – I didn't see the ball in the ref's hand. I thought the ball went into the stands.
Parker Dortch seems to like mop duty. He seems to be on it quite a bit.
He just likes everything. He's just a really fun guy.
He's a yeah, good vibes guy.
Every time we talk to him, it's just always good vibes with him.
Every time he walks past the scorer's table when I'm doing PA, always make sure to say hello to me. Just a really good guy all around. Easy to call, easy to root for.
Absolutely.
Minute and 26 left here in regulation. We've got a real slippery court here in Manasquan. There's been a lot of good games that I've seen in my life. This is definitely going to be the ones that are up there.
We were talking about, Dan and I were on the last game, we were talking about that Ortho New Jersey WCT game where it just went down to the wire. So many big plays back and forth, and what was a nail-biter. This one's headed the same way.
Mateo. Mateo finds Gaffney. Thought about the shot, passed it up. Instead, drives to the rim, no call. And Powell will walk it up the court. Now looking to push the pace. Powell drives, finishes with the right. Powell extends the lead to 5. Now less than a minute left. Mateo, Jones defending, pokes it away. Gives it to Loyal, the slam! And ACI extends the lead to 7. What a turn of events! And Stearns takes a timeout.
What a response from ACI Robins Nest. Mateo helps tie the game. They go on a run. Stearns does, and just out of nowhere, ACI Robins Nest and especially Miles Powell comes out of nowhere to help give them the lead right back. And then how about the steal on the poke from Kevin Mateo? Usually he's doing that on the defensive end, but this time he's the one who got poked, led to an easy basket. And with 47.6 seconds left, Stearns, it's getting late early for them.
Getting late early indeed. A 7-point lead here for ACI. I'm David Smith, joined alongside Alec Krauthamel. We knew that if Miles Powell was showing up today, that we were going to be in for a treat. And I think that we've had 2 treats today instead.
Powell himself, and then obviously the game as well. This has been a fantastic basketball game. Really, a fantastic night of basketball. Our first game was a pretty close one as well. And for Stearns on offense, I think you got to look 3 for now. See if you can get a quick one, whether it's Mateo off the dribble. We haven't seen a ton from Jalen Gaffney here in this second half. We'll see if they try to drop some for him and get his confidence back in it.
If you're Stearns here, you don't need a 3, but you need a bucket. Mateo kicks it out. Merlin, good look. Can't get it to go. And miscommunication there from Loyal and Kinsler as that one goes out of bounds when there were no white jerseys remotely near him.
Yeah, good look from Merlin, and now Stearns gets a mulligan here on the possession.
Typically in golf, when I hit my mulligan, it's not very good. Dortch can't capitalize here. And now, 30 seconds. Doesn't look like Stearns is going to foul. They double instead, and that's a turnover for ACI. Possession will go to Stearns.
It's last gasp time.
A 1/6 of a difference between the shot clock and game clock. Mateo from deep gets it to go. Kevin Mateo. It's now Kinsler. Kinsler splits the D. Kicks it back out to Jones. Doesn't look like they're going to foul.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not fouling.
And it's Powell who's going to dribble it out. 5, 4, 3. Dortch gets up, and Powell turns it over. That'll go in the scorebook as a turnover. But ACI Robins Nest defeats the powerhouse that is Stearns Trailer by a score of 125 to 121. What a game.
This might be game of the year in all honesty. I mean, what Powell brought to the table, obviously Stearns only had 5 guys, but they rallied and played really hard as well. I think Miles Powell probably going to be our star of the game, and you'll get to talk to him. I mean, what a night here in the Jersey Shore Basketball League.
And that will do it for now. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will have our post-game interview with player of the game, Miles Powell. David Smith. Yeah. David Smith of the Jersey Shore Basketball League joined alongside ACI Robins Nest player of the game, Miles Powell. Miles, 52 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists in your JSBL debut. What's the feeling like going through your head right now?
Feel good. I mean, me and one of my best friends, Tim, he told me to come out here and get 50 today, so I made sure that's why I came out here and did put on a show. It was my first time playing in the summer or anywhere in a couple of years, so I just wanted to make sure I came out here and put on a show.
So we all know what you're capable of. The accolades speak for themselves. I mean, you got to the professional level, played for the Sixers, for the Knicks, then in China for a little bit. What did you realize was something that you had to improve upon the most once you got to the professional level after leaving Seton Hall?
Just finding ways to be effective on the court besides just scoring the basketball. I mean, getting my teammates involved when my shot's not falling, how else can I be productive on the floor, rebounding, finding my teammates for open shots and stuff like that, not being a liability on defense. So, like I said, just trying to find a way to be effective on the court without scoring the basketball.
Not sure if you're aware, but this is a Stearns Trailer team that is the 3-time champion running. Shavar Reynolds and Miles Cale have played on this team for the past couple of years. What's it like to beat a team where you're going against a guy like Jalen Gaffney, Big East experience, played at UConn, with a bunch of other big-time players over there?
Jalen like my little brother. I know Jalen. We grew up around the same area, same as Parker. Parker, too. Parker, we went to the same high school. So I know a couple of these guys. I was looking for Shavar. I know this is his city. This is his league. So hopefully he sees this and he knows that hopefully he can come back and we can get some bumping.
I think the question that everybody's waiting for is, can we expect to see you back, and what are your future plans going forward?
Hopefully I could definitely come back and play again. And my future plans, as in where I'm playing next
Where are
year.
you playing? Yep.
Yeah, I'm still in China. So this will be my 4th year coming up in China, and it's really good. They love me out there. So I'm definitely looking forward to spending the rest of my career out there.
Miles Powell after the 52-point win here for ACI. Thank you for joining me, Miles.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.